Hello, everyone. Hello. How y'all doing? Kind of need to have the stream on my phone as well. Here we go. Mr. Beast responded. I'm gonna be watching this whole thing, so I'll just be live watching it. See if just anyone gets in here first, and if no one does, it's a computer stream, so of course no one's gonna join. So yeah, this is crazy, you know. I did not expect Mr. Beast to respond. Like, genuinely did not see that shit coming. Especially not today. I only saw like the tweet like hours before it came out, so I don't really know much about it. Wait till at least one person gets in here, and if no one gets in here, well, tough luck, I guess. All right. Any predictions, folks, about all of Mr. Beast stuff? I honestly have no idea, bro. Like, it's crazy. All right. He does not look happy to be here. Oh my god. Um, let me back in my tab so I can. There we go. I don't know. I might not watch the whole thing to be completely honest with you. I could get bored halfway through, no doubt me. But here we go. Mr. Beast looks very happy, as you can tell.
Are you gonna sue?
I need to know if the audio's good. Yeah, my volume is like way louder than the. Oh, that's because I don't actually know because no one's here to tell me. So, all right, let's go.
Sue Dogpack? Well, Mr. Beast is currently on a private jet on his way to where I live in Central Texas to have a conversation with me with the intention of addressing the controversy that he has been involved in over the last few
I
months.
think there's
And
more
I think
than
that
just
it is
one
important for me
controversy,
to
man.
document my intentions before embarking on this risky and difficult task. I am not Scott Pelley. I am not a hard-hitting genius investigative journalist. I'm a YouTuber with a medium-sized platform.
Nah, bro's a
I am
journalist.
currently
Let's be
doing
real.
journalism,
Hi,
to be
bye.
fair, but I am goofy.
Alright, crazy,
Also,
crazy.
back in August, I platformed Dogpack, and out of fairness, I feel that it is important to do the same for Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast has agreed to keep an open line of communication. He'll only be here for a little bit, which is crazy because he's flying halfway across the country, and he and his
Bro's literally just going, I'm gonna visit here and just go, whoop. I wouldn't be surprised if he's either gonna lie about absolutely everything and just like, or he's actually gonna speak the truth for like the first time since like July. So that's gonna be pretty epic.
team have agreed to provide us with evidence and information to give proof to claims so we can actually be as transparent here as possible. The goal of this video is not for it to please everyone or gotcha somebody. It is for this video to be a meaningful source of information. So to future me and you currently viewing, I'm sure I missed some questions, but I absolutely did my best and I stand behind the result, maybe, and I look forward to seeing the comments and criticism. Firstly, would you be willing to put your hand on this Bible and swear?
Oh my gosh, you actually have a Bible?
I have two Bibles.
Why does that camera look like it's a freaking robot, bro?
I swear. We're both from the South. This will be an honest video.
Oh, your laptop's blocking it.
Oh, whoops. This will be an honest video. You're a man from North Carolina. I'm from Virginia.
The Bible Belt.
The Bible Belt,
Yep.
exactly.
I know what this means.
This means it's legit.
Yes. Okay.
There we go.
I was not expecting that. Okay.
This is like legal now.
It is. I could go to jail.
Bro's admitting. That's crazy.
For me and a lot
Bro's
of
already
people
admitting that he can go to jail. That's
over
from.
the last couple months
does.
is like, why
That was
were
like a
you
mix-up, bro.
so silent? Especially off the bat, like you did respond to the Ava Tyson stuff immediately, but like, you know, right after that, a bunch of other stuff came out, and Dawson's video, his first video, gained a bunch of traction. What was your reasoning for being so silent immediately?
No, it's a great question to kick it off on. You actually kind of laid out the timeline there. The Ava stuff came out, and I put out that tweet. We hired the investigators to go look into it, and part of that
Investigating himself. Is this when he investigated himself? Because I swear that's the thing he did, right? He investigated himself and he made himself look like freaking stupid.
investigation is they recommended that I not talk about drama or really do anything online because it might influence, witnesses or any people they might interview or ex-employees. So it's a little unfortunate because I told them, okay, I'll wait till the investigation is over. I believe that was literally like a week before the dog pack video came out.
No way he said his name. That's crazy.
Truthfully, just in transparency, I've never done one.
It's already way better because he actually said the name Dog Pack.
In my head, it was gonna last like 2 or 3 weeks. It ended up taking a couple months. Apparently, combing through all the documents and doing all the interviews and everything just took way longer than I thought because I've never had to bring in a top tier law firm and a former federal prosecutor and let him, do this really big thing. And so that kind of concluded a couple weeks ago when I put out the tweet of the follow-up.
Yeah.
Like that was the day I got the conclusion of it. And I was like, okay, in transparency, I'll throw this out. So up until that point, it was, I told Quinn Emanuel that, to protect.
All I want to know is that he's like said, yep, I knew about Ava Chris Tyson and all this because you clearly obviously did, bro. You can't just make out that you didn't. Like, can you please just get to the juicy bits already? This is 2 hours and 37 minutes. I can't be bothered.
Protect the integrity. I wouldn't do anything or engage in any of this drama. And then after that, yeah, like you said, a lot of stuff had come out between when the investigation started and when it ended, and I was just kind of like, whoa, I don't really know how to like hit this stuff. And I made like a little response video, but it's just kind of not my style, where I just kind of like put a lot of the information that I assume we're going to talk about here out, and it just felt weird. Yeah, I mean, truthfully, I've never been in a situation where people have thrown this much stuff at me, and I definitely could have handled it better. Like, I probably should have, like, the second I could have talked, like, I don't remember the exact date, 2 or 3 weeks ago when we put that report out, probably should have done something like this right then. If I could go back in time, I would. And yeah, that's kind of like the brain dump, and then here I am.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask. You answered it towards the end, but like, do you regret that? Obviously.
Yeah. If I could go back in time, I would do what we're doing here because I assume this is like the correct format. It's gonna be a little bit more free flowing and natural, and I wouldn't have wasted so much time like trying to do a response. It's just not my thing. I like so much better. Or I'm assuming. I mean, we just started, but I think I'm gonna like so much better being asked the questions and answer it.
What happened? I love it. Bro! How do you not know about the Mr. Beast stuff? You've been living under a rock since like July? Nah, bro, that's crazy. I'm not even gonna answer that question. You gotta figure that out yourself. Because I'm not saying every single allegation that's been thrown at Mr. Beast since July, bro.
Instead of just like sitting in a chair like this.
I'm not explaining right now, bro.
It's a little more natural.
I don't want this
Yeah, I
stream
mean,
to last fucking 3 hours.
That does line up, obviously.
Which it most likely will.
And it makes sense, and I definitely, I feel like, before talking to you, I definitely would imagine that you would regret have not making a response early.
Oh,
right?
100%.
Like that, because that could have, you could have just immediately, if there was information.
It's kind of
debunked
dumb.
Pack's
No, he's not a child toucher. His friend is, though.
first video off the bat.
Yeah, which obviously had so
Could've
much
done that.
disinformation in it. If
Yeah.
anyone saw Sagi's video or any
Yeah.
of the newer videos now coming out, like you would
we'll
see
get to
so
that
much.
too, yeah.
So much of it. So it's unfortunate that it happened on the back end of when I was said I would not talk about or address drama and things. And I mean, there's obviously should have done this sooner. Whoops, but hey, better late than never.
Yeah. Did you think it would get this big?
No, I mean truthfully, I thought like if you watch Sagi's video or any of these other videos that are coming out now showing all the discrepancies, I honestly thought a lot of people would find like the information proving the dishonesty earlier.
The Google.
Because a lot of this could have been just figured out Google. A lot of this could. And now, I also have to be clear. Like I'm not perfect, and I'm not saying I've never done anything wrong, and you can't criticize me. Like there are things I deserve criticism for, and I'm sure we'll get to some of those things in here. But there are a lot of things that are just not true, and on those things, like I mean, we'll just.
Bro, you're friends with Logan Paul. I think that's something to his face. That is something that is like a bit suspicious. Dude, you're friends with the Suicide Forest guy? Are you kidding me? Like, oh my god.
Get to it throughout this because I'm sure you're gonna ask me the questions, but there's just a lot of disinformation that was easily proved wrong. Like the big one that videos with tens of millions of views collectively, claiming I called a guy Delaware because he committed a crime in Delaware. Like, that is not true. His name is Delaware. I didn't, call him Delaware to make fun of him or anything. And I'm sure you're gonna ask about it later, but there's literally he was in a video before I hired him working at Best Buy wearing a name tag that said Delaware, and like that was public information, and like anyone could have saw that.
Yeah.
And like even during when that
was already said in Soggy's video, bro.
I even sent that
Say
to a
something
couple of
new.
YouTubers. I was like, hey, just so you know, like I didn't call him Delaware because of this messed up thing. Like that was just his name, and here's proof. And I guess I probably shouldn't say the name of the creators, but like one of them literally just said to me like, well, it's not really cool to like you or defend you right now, so I don't really care whether or not it's true, or I don't want to take the video down because then people are gonna think I'm controlled opposition. I was like, whoa. And then also like that same photo, are you gonna like throw some things on the screen for them?
Definitely.
Yeah, so throw it on the screen. That same photo, right after that second Dogpack video, started to get traction on Reddit and saying like, hey, this is a lie.
Even a
Call
video from
Delaware because
2018
you
nearly has
know,
50
anytime
million
Delaware is
views.
just his name.
Bruh.
And it got taken down by the mods on r/YouTube drama. And that's when I realized like, oh, anytime there's a post proving like that I'm not evil, they were taking it down. So it was a little unfortunate too because I wasn't saying anything, and then on Reddit, anytime something was proving that I wasn't evil or contrarian to what everyone was saying, they were suppressing it or censoring it. Not trying to sound extreme.
So you're saying it's like a echo chamber, which I mean, Reddit r/YouTube drama is.
Yeah, I know, but it's unfortunate when there's a post with 10,000 upvotes claiming something false about you, and then everyone, then a couple people are like, wait, that's not true. Here's proof, and then they delete it every time. So then everyone's like, okay, well then that must be true because they're also deleting the comments on that post that prove it's not. So then then it's just like now.
I don't know.
I'm not trying to sound extreme, but it's
I don't know how I'm supposed to make this transformative. That's the worrying part, Like, this is all stuff that's been said in Soggy's video, so it kind of makes me realize why bro even show up. Like, so far, it's like, there's already been said in Soggy's video, already said in Soggy's video. Like, bruh.
just like, well, you're censoring information. And then that paired with other YouTubers, when I would call them and share it with them, they'd just be like, well, I don't want to be Mr. Beast Glazer, so I don't really. They wouldn't say it this direct, but they would just essentially say like, I don't really care if it's true or not. I'm just gonna say what other people say. Like, sorry.
Do you have evidence of like people there being posts that existed and then didn't exist on Reddit that got?
Of course. Yeah,
okay,
I can
cool.
send you.
Yeah, if you'd send me anything.
You could throw it up on
that.
screen. I mean, that's not like a conspiracy theory. That's
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
we can find quite a few.
I'm not that good at using Google. So
Yeah.
I'll need you to help with that. Yeah. So to circle back to the Quinn Emanuel investigation, the
Hello,
big
what
thing
up, Randall?
On Twitter specifically was that you found yourself to be innocent. Of course, you paid a law firm to find yourself innocent.
I saw those memes.
Yeah, no, bro ain't running away from this one. Come on.
Yeah.
That is the big meme. How would you respond to the allegation that the investigation was biased from the start?
Yeah.
Come
So,
on, it was.
First off, to just set the foundation, I think a lot of people are saying, "Oh, of course, Jimmy did an internal investigation and found himself, they didn't find any wrongdoing," which is also not true. Which I assume we'll go into that more later. They did find some wrongdoing, just not in regards to
Great. Awesome.
serious Ava allegation. So that's a false truth. And then on top of that, it wasn't an internal investigation. It was an external investigation, which was clearly laid out in the things we showed.
Yeah, a third-party investigation.
Yeah, exactly. And so
You want to know, like, Ava Chris Tyson's, like, YouTube channel? Like, Ava Chris Tyson. Where's her freaking YouTube? Does she have, like, a YouTube? Bro was on Mr. Beast for multiple years. And I remember I looked on this channel a while ago. And it's literally just reaction videos of her AI face. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's entertaining in the sake that the content is horrible. And bro was on Mr. Beast. Bro could have learned so much in all those years. Bro could have had millions and millions of subscribers, and bro only has 25,000. That is actually so pathetic. Yes, the stream's related to the Mr. Beast allegations. I'm just watching Mr. Beast's response.
I mean, it is a little bit of a, like, a lot of people I saw were saying, like, well, you paid them, and it's like, well,
I know, for real.
Lawyers and federal prosecutors don't work.
It's entertaining in the sake of how lazy it is.
I don't really know how to debunk that one. I mean, it just is what it is. But yeah, we hired Quinn Emanuel, which is one of the top law firms in the world. Like, I mean, it was very expensive, but I intentionally picked them because they have a reputation, and they're not just gonna destroy their entire business to be biased towards me. You know what I mean? And then it was led by a former federal prosecutor who did the whole thing. I mean, it was pretty intense. I mean, they did tons of interviews. I mean, transparent. They even like scanned my phone, dug through. Like, they have messages I sent to my girlfriend, and I'm like, why is this even relevant? They're like, I mean, if you want a thorough one and you want us to like be confident in what we're saying, we need to see everything. Like, they went pretty hardcore on it, which is why I ended up.
You mentioned Elsa. Oh my god. You joined in the fourth message you send is Elsa Gate related. Oh my god. I don't know, Randall. I don't know. I saw Elsa Gate and then my mood has been completely ruined because you mentioned Elsa Gate, Randall.
When I started this process, I didn't realize like how intense it was, but I gave him the reins to everything, and yeah.
I mean, he deleted most of the AI videos.
I don't know. I mean, is there?
Nah, it's all good.
Like, how else do I prove it besides? I mean, I think another thing that missing context people don't have is like, if they found anything illegal, they're obligated to report it to the police. Like this like that's how these things work when they do these investigations. It's not like they could be like, hey Jimmy, we found this illegal thing. We'll just sweep it under the rug.
But it's all right because you paid us.
Yeah, like so it's just in every way.
Being
people
here.
Understand. Like it's it was obviously Quinn Emanuel. That's why we paid them, and it was pretty thorough. And
yeah. So I mean, those are two things that make sense, right? Where we just covered two back-to-back things that make sense. A, you waited a long time for the investigation, and B, you paid like a very reputable law firm, whatever, to investigate.
I mean, I can call Ivy if I can, but I don't think they would join. But nah, bro's an idol. Bro's probably too focused skateboarding or some shit. Having a life while I'm just sitting here.
Things make sense logically from your perspective, but also optically from the outside looking in. For people who are just seeing the allegations, they're like, "Oh, this guy looks guilty."
Yeah.
He's building this big sort of law team, and he's not responding, and he's like it. So it's kind of bizarre and unfortunate because like it does make sense. Like from a logical
I mean,
perspective.
because there's two things I could do. I could do an internal investigation.
Yeah,
But that's
great
dumb
idea.
because I don't want to audit myself.
Let your mom do it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll let my mom do it, or I could do an external one. That's what we did, and again, it's like because I didn't have control over it. Obviously, if I did, I would have been like, bro, do this in 2 weeks so I can get this out there. Like, I didn't want it to take months, but I mean, that's part of an external investigation. You don't have control over it.
Now, would you consider? So you obviously regret the remaining silent. Would you consider that the third-party investigation as a whole, in looking back, would that have been? Would you say that's a mistake?
No, I just think I would push back on like, do I really have to be silent? Like,
Okay.
can I just like do this thing?
So far, this response is alright. At least he's admitting to what he's done wrong, I guess, but I don't know.
You know, like go clap back on some of these things, but you know, like some of these things, people were apparently talking to ex-employees or whatever.
Just feel
So it's
Mr.
just
Beast always
funny
looks
'cause I really
constantly
didn't want to
traumatized
trigger
now.
the investigation to,
Like his
you
eyes
know,
look like he
question
never
or
gets any
anything. So
sleep
I
now,
was
bro.
like super paranoid where I was like, okay, this is what they said. I don't want to push back or anything, but yeah, obviously in hindsight, like, I mean, a lot of these things are just blatantly lies. Like if I just clap back instantly, people were just like, okay, cool, and moved on.
Would you consider making some details of the investigation that have yet to be seen public? Obviously, there's like a level of confidentiality that is required legally.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like, is there anything?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, what we put out as much as we could, but I mean, obviously they did dozens of interviews, including alleged people who were victims, and I mean, like I said, my message to my girlfriend, like they gathered a lot, so. I don't really think I can. I mean, there's a lot of sensitive data and information in there.
What about like a just to back up your claims to their
Oh, but things on like how like they did it independently and they weren't biased.
Yeah.
Like that side. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really know what people want to see, but yeah, I mean, we can figure it out.
Just from what I know about like retainer contracts with lawyers and working with third-party investigations, things like which I don't have any experience with anything that big, obviously.
Yeah.
But maintaining a level of compliance, like, I mean, if there's like a retainer contract, something showing that you shouldn't.
Now this is where I'm ignorant. Like I don't even know really
Yeah.
what a retainer contract is, but
Yeah, I mean, like
if there's any way,
What's
I could,
good?
Of course.
What up?
Like your third party saying, Jimmy, don't talk. Like just basically giving credence to what you're saying, even more
gotcha.
so, more evidence of what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, that would be something I'd have to like go talk to the team on. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
That would help.
if
me.
that's something where people desperately want transparency, I mean,
Yeah.
we can figure something out.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that would just help me. I'm not sure if people. Honestly, I don't know if people would give a fuck.
Yeah, I
but,
don't know either.
I would
like, because if
appreciate
people
that.
are like, we think Quinn Emanuel's biased, like even no matter what.
Bruce said fuck like he was so nervous to say it. I don't give a fuck. Huge emphasis on I should be talking about the allegations that I'm fucking criticizing the word fuck. Wow. Great transformative content I have right now. I know. You love to see it. You love to see it.
But I show them if they think a top tier law firm would willingly
Yeah.
What do you
continually
mean,
take
Mr.
their rep
Beast?
from me. Like,
There are
I
more than
don't
just the
think
pedo
that's cool.
allegations.
Right,
Because
yeah,
the
it is
this is the
cool.
second
And it-
person. Mr. Beast is not the pedo. Ava Chris Tyson and someone you hired as an alleged sex offender.
It makes sense, but once again, it's like optically.
So far, this
there's a
response is
very
really good, though.
easy, lowest common denominator way to look at stuff.
Well, at least so far, anyway.
But also, what I would say to those people is I'm here, so it's not like I'm like maybe that argument would work if I just never did anything, but I'm here, so
in the lion's den.
yes, controlled opposition. towards
Oh
me.
my god, you
Hey,
mentioned
also, I'd love
Alcigate
to
again.
say-
Oh my
I don't
good
know if
lord,
he's
Randall.
posted this chronologically or whatnot, but I mean, he also did interview Dogpack multiple times, so it's
Yeah,
like
multiple
I
times.
like because I could
Oomperville. Do you not know who Oomperville is? That's crazy.
have done this with anyone, but I think this one makes sense because you've literally had the other side on here. So
Yeah, and also to be clear as well, I have not signed like an NDA or.
fuck.
I mean, there's genuinely nothing that's been signed. You haven't given me $1 million.
No. Hey, you should
Yeah.
say I haven't given you a penny.
A penny.
'Cause they're
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
be- You gave me 999.
Nothing. You've given me nothing,
far.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually just it's kind of interesting. It really is interesting. This is a bold move. I would consider.
Yeah.
It's quite
If I was him, I would actually do this on
It's even
do this on the actual main Mr. Beast channel, so everyone knows about. Everybody knows. I don't care if that's gonna kill his channel, bro. Like, who cares? One video, oh no, under 50 million views, oh no, who cares, bro? In the commentary community. Yeah, I mean, they get in the bag, so that's good for them.
more bold because I'm never vulnerable on camera and like.
Yeah,
this is-
it's from a lot of perspectives. It is quite bold, and it's not like I haven't been critical.
If you were exposed.
I feel like I've been
That's for
fairly
sure.
critical.
Yeah, of course I
feel,
would.
Like talking to you,
I'll
I
just
feel
quit
bad. You know, obviously, 'cause I'm a
afterwards.
person. There's different levels to how much you care about shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it is. If there were a testament, it would be that would be a testament to this being being a meaningful source of information. This video, I feel like. I hope.
Thank you.
Is this
Um,
AI? No, this is real. Like, this is legit. This is on Umperville's channel. This is legit. This is real, goddammit, this is real! It's actually, no, like, he's not doing too bad so far. But he's going, like, through, like, the light stuff. Because there's generally stuff I'm interested in him to respond, which I don't think he'll be able to get out of. Like, the crypto stuff, bro, he's not surviving that, bro.
Comfort zone, but I think it's important.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so that's kind of past like the main initial allegations. We can move on to
I love
sort of
how...
corporate culture
Yeah, you know,
and
soon I
HR
might just
practices
ban the word
that we
Alsagate.
sort of
I might
referenced
just straight up
that
ban
our
it.
critics have hammered home.
Yeah, we're just getting right into the hard hitting stuff.
Hell yeah.
Nah,
So, there have
see,
been
I'm
a lot of
joking,
questions
but,
about
like,
workplace culture, such as
Randall's
lack of
whole
diversity
personality
at all.
is nearly just becoming Alsagate. It's generally now starting to get concerning.
So HR problems. What, if anything, have you done to address these concerns? How have you handled it since
Broke
the
my
information
fort
came
with
out, and
meat
how do
in
you
it.
plan on handling it in the
Wow, that is
So
crazy.
we'll
What a
start
sicko
off- We'll
cat.
start with the diversity one. If I forget the HR one, just bring it up when I finish that one. Diversity, I have seen a lot of people mention that about our company, which, I mean, that one's just not even true. Like, I mean, Feastables, for example.
Sorry, it's just my least favorite
couple months
show.
ago,
Well, you
almost
can make
70%
YouTube
of our
videos
company
about
is women.
Alsagate if you love it so
And,
much.
we actually, because we do dub studios around the world, now zooming out of Feastables over to content, I mean, we actually have pretty crazy amount of diversity in our company. So, because, you know, we have 400 people that work for me. It's not just me and the boys on the camera, which is the 5 you see. So that one, the few people have claimed that, like, they don't have any data to back it up. So I mean, I guess I
Well,
probably should have processed.
you seem to talk about it so much. You're like the biggest fan. The biggest fan of Alsagate. This is about Mr. Beast, not Alsagate.
Data here. I don't want to just say percentages off the
Yeah,
top
but
of my head.
if you have it, I'm sure you've got some kind of.
Yeah, but
Full
I
information.
really that one, I just don't think is rooted in anything. And then what was the second part?
HR, yeah. How have you handled HR problems? What HR problems?
Oh
have
yeah,
popped up?
so that one, I mean, it's a little bit of a general question, but yeah, I mean, obviously, in general, a lot of people, I've seen a lot of things about, you know, HR stuff in my company, and I think one thing people don't have is just the context. Like, I think they think my channel is just like 5 people or 10 people or 20, whatever. Like, they don't realize the size of it. Like, specifically because our videos have gotten so big. I mean, I'm gonna give a little range because depending on how many people we've hired in the last month, it's somewhere between like 250 or 300 people work at my production company. You know, so this is a big company. There's a lot of people, and then on top of that, when we do like bigger videos where we need to build big sets or whatever, sometimes we bring in hundreds of contractors. So there's a lot of people that work here, and like I just want to blanketly say, like, companies at this size, like, you know, you can't ever guarantee that every
I easily prefer mix them midnights any day, even if LinkedIn spams 24/7. Fair enough.
interaction everyone's gonna have is always gonna be positive with each other. You know what I mean? That's just impossible. So I want to start off by just saying that because I don't want people to watch this and then like a year from now, like hear some rumor and be like, oh, Jimmy didn't learn. Like any company of this size, there's always going to be some problem someone has. Now, having said that, I'm not trying to use it as like a blanket of like, see, and shield myself. There are two things that are in like somewhat of
Also, Wonder Piece
in my
into the
position.
city.
One's
It looks cute. It looks alright. But again, I'm just kind of, if I don't answer anything, I'm kind of like hyper focused on this right now.
a company like this is in control of. One is, making sure we're not fostering anything inappropriate and allowing it. And then two, when it inevitably happens, because it just will in a company my size. And I'm trying to be transparent here. Like it's how do you respond to it? And then and the making sure you're not fostering it. Part of Quinn Emanuel, when we had them do their investigation, is I had them look at every system in my company. I had them talk to my employees, and if
Yeah, this is still him just being like, I investigated myself, guys. I did that.
see if there's anything they could bring to Quinn Emanuel's attention that they could make me aware of. And I think it was in the report is we established an anonymous hotline because Quinn Emanuel was showing me data that sometimes people don't feel comfortable talking to HR or their boss, and if you have an anonymous hotline that goes to someone outside the company that can hear a complaint and then beam it into you without disclosing who it was, you'll get more honest feedback, because there's so they showed us a lot of things like that. Also making sure we're not fostering it. I think
I'm not saying I'm not an animation focused channel anymore. I'm just, it's not my big interest anymore. I kind of lost interest since I've been making that content for 4 years straight. I've kind of lost interest. It's not like I'm still gonna do it. Just won't be as frequent.
I think it's also in there as well. We leveled up our C-suite because I've had a lot of people that have grown with me, but like me, they've never ran a company that has hundreds of employees before. So I actually just hired a couple people who have worked on Fortune 500 companies who have actually ran companies of this size before. And so, they've shown me lots of things that bigger companies do that obviously I'm just ignorant on because I'm a YouTuber. You know what I mean? I spend my life staring at retention charts and CTR, not how to structure a business. So just that's phase one, is making sure you're not fostering, a culture that supports that stuff. And then inevitably, like I said, you can't ever guarantee when you're working with hundreds of people full time, and then when you add part-time people, potentially over 1,000 sometimes, you just got to make sure if there are issues that, actual real issues, like if someone complains because someone peed on a toilet seat, I'm not, oh well. But if there's an actual serious issue, then, we'll bring in professionals who experience and, getting down to it, interview them, gather the information. I'll recuse myself. I don't want to be the arbiter of truth. And then, those experts who are experienced in handling those things, they'll tell me how to handle it. If they tell me to fire someone, I fire them. If they tell me to whatever, I'll do it. You know what I mean?
Consider this Nick work decay, because be honest, what does Mr. Beast have to do with animation or cartoons? Bro, I've been making vlogs and all this other stuff. The only reason I keep the name Adam Cartoons is just because it's iconic and people get used to it, so I'm gonna keep it that way. And if I change my channel name, basically my channel will die, so.
I don't want to be the one who makes those decisions. So, and transparency, that's kind of,
So I think this is one where a lot of YouTubers, people who have covered this type of thing, don't really understand that HR is a real living and breathing organism in business, and if you don't maintain it, it can become a problem for a normal business. But when your business is someone like you whose reputation is on the line, I also have a bunch of businesses. I've got 60 employees, and we have HR.
He did voice the character. He did have one single line in Mutant Mayhem, guys. Wasn't it Look Out or something? It was something like that. Look out! Mr. Beast!
Something happens once a month where someone gets an anonymous report, and then we have to solve that problem, and then we actually
you're evil.
Yeah, and that's that's how it
People would take
feels
that out of
sometimes.
context.
But I'm not involved, obviously. In
You're
that stuff.
evil.
And, my YouTube side is very compartmentalized. So the way that I do that, it makes sense to me. I want to be as detached as much as possible from the day-to-day operations of the actual business. You're saying you're running the company. Is there a world in which what is your job title? Is there a world in which you step back and you're just not an actor necessarily, but you're the guy, you're Mr. Beast, and you let the business be operated?
Thoughts on Lamput? Lamput's alright. Grizzly and the Lemmings, that's also alright. I just think it used to air a lot. Ninja Express, bro, I forgot that shit existed. Oh my good lord. I haven't seen that or Jelly Go. Mini Beat Power Rockers is just annoying as shit, to be bluntly honest.
By an entity to where you can stand beside it essentially instead of being at the head of it.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, it's my channel, it's my company, so I wouldn't take it that far. I think like the big thing is just bringing in people who have actually ran a company at this size before, because eventually I will be more educated and knowledgeable. Like every day, I'm learning more on like how to properly run a company with hundreds of people and better do it. But I'm still very ignorant. Like I probably crossed 100 employees like 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago, but it's still just growing. So like, cause across everything, you know, if you include Feastables and ViewStats, we have over 400 employees.
I'm back.
It's just,
What up?
It's a learning thing, but that's the thing. While I'm learning, I need to bring in people who have been there and learn from them.
Yeah, because I mean, there's no replacement for just experience, right?
Exactly.
Like, you can be as smart as anybody, but if you haven't been able to go through the things you've gone through and like things just personally that I know that I've gone through and learned from business, it's not possible to know. It's not possible to know how to react to those things.
Bro's mic literally just exploded.
That's why I sort of try to do my best to compartmentalize my business. Obviously, different beast than what you're operating, but it just it's just it's difficult and it does make sense. And you've used the word ignorant a couple times. You know, I'd be interested to see how changes are made after this, which you've already made a lot of changes. Obviously, anonymous reporting is the biggest one for HR.
Yeah.
That's like been
and it's like that's one of those things where, like it's not like I was like, oh, we don't need. I just didn't know. Like I never seen the data they showed me, and like if any other people have this kind of stuff, like I'm always open to learning.
Of course, yeah. And I think the most important thing too is like at the end of the day, you've got the most to gain from all this.
Exactly. I want my employees happy. I gain nothing out of them not being happy. Like it hurts me. It's like I have a monetary.
Yeah, I guess. But guys, let's speed run this until we see a juicy part.
Incentivization too to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like the criticism of entities like yours and even mine, with truth, obviously, and like logic, and there's a real basis of rationale that makes sense. That's centered in
Is he
reality.
good one?
I feel like that's super important because once again, you have so much to gain, and like you make a little bit less money, but your employees are substantially happier and they feel.
Bro never looks happy anymore. He always has. It's just like I know I mentioned it before, but like those eyes. It just doesn't look legit anymore.
So it's like
He's just like.
it's gonna be interesting to see how
He's like a literal zombie.
how all this kind of goes from here after this point, especially.
Yeah.
Because this is a big moment.
I know the interview.
Every smile looks forced, bro.
That
It's
makes
so
sense.
sad.
I mean, and like I don't want to continuously interject my own business experience, but I think it does set me apart from other YouTubers who are involved in this, in that I do have business experience. From it's sort of the same thing. I just fell
Bruh.
into running actual businesses and having to do payroll and HR, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
I had no idea any of this stuff existed, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get fucked. Your mom was previously head of your HR department, and some people.
Mr. Beast. Look at that. You can't tell me that. He looks so sad. Looks like he never gets sleep anymore, bro. Well, Umperville doesn't look like he gets much sleep either, but Mr. Beast just looks extremely more obvious, bro.
And do you now also acknowledge that that is a conflict of interest?
Oh, I agree. That's a dumb thing to do.
Yeah.
I do think context matters though, because like this is where a lot of these things that I assume we're going to talk about is like people conflate current Mr. Beast with 400 employees and spending hundreds of millions of dollars a year with Mr. Beast when he's a teenager and starting. I mean, when I first started hiring people, it was like, oh, we went to high school together. You want to help me make videos? And I hired a couple of my friends for high school. And then I was like, how do I do taxes and this kind of stuff? And I was like, Mom, help. And I mean, I wouldn't say she was head of HR. I mean, she was, I guess, but she was also running finance, and it's not like a real company. We just get in this like little $700 no, actually that one was $1,080 a month office I was renting, and I'd just be like to this one guy that I knew from high school, all right, today you're gonna go paint this thing. Today you, friend number 2, you're gonna like help me edit this, and you, friend number 3, you're gonna go to the store and buy 1,000 chickens that like scream when you press down on them. And Mom,
what?
I don't know, just make sure the IRS doesn't sue me. Like that's the time frame we're talking about here.
That's an interesting.
I agree.
things.
You definitely should have your mom as an HR person. You should just hire someone who
Yeah.
was educated in HR, which is obviously what we have. We have an
Umberville's
HR.
good, bro. Love Umberville.
So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think, and that's sort of like one of the.
He's
weird
probably the
things
most genuine commentary
from the
YouTuber.
business perspective. Once again, it's like someone becomes HR by default, even if you don't say, "Well, this is the HR person. This is our
I
content."
mean, because like back then, it's like, I mean, if you had a problem, just tell me. There's like 5 of us. You know? So,
That's true.
but yes, but still, I'm like, in this, I'm not trying to like deflect everything. Like, I mean, yes, obviously you should hire an actual HR person. Agreed.
That's good advice.
Yes.
That's sound advice. I do agree with that.
Shocker.
Yeah, crazy. The no doesn't mean no policy that was criticized, and that was crazy. I mean, when I first saw that, I was like, what the fuck?
What, you're answering for me? Let me answer.
Hold on.
Bro.
It was criticized, especially by Soggy recently, of having been taken out of context. Can you explain what the no doesn't mean no policy
Yes.
was and why it was in the?
Yes. So, yeah. So, it's funny. Even the word like policy. It's like so when we started hiring more people, I wrote this little I almost like advice book just for a lot of employees because I wasn't able to talk with people as much as I was early on. And one part of it that people, when this thing got leaked, and I wrote it with some other people in my company. It wasn't just me, but when this got leaked, there's a section that said no does not mean no, and then they cropped that out, and they're like, look, this is proof Jimmy's immoral and evil. When obviously, like you were saying, if you read the context below, it makes sense. The gist of why we had a section that said no does not mean no is because we do, I don't know if anyone's ever seen our videos, crazy things that have never been done before, right? No one's ever, on YouTube at least, buried themselves alive for 7 days. No one like tries to dangle an obstacle course from cranes. And it's like, the problem I kept running into early on when I was hiring people is I'd be like, hey, I want to do this. And then they would go call someone. So like, let's say the obstacle course in the sky where we had like these obstacle courses that Mac did, held up by these cranes, weighed like 100,000 pounds or whatever. Like they would call crane companies and they'd be like, no. And then they'd be like, okay, hang up. And they'd come to me and they'd go, Jimmy, they said no, we can't do it. The video's not possible. And it's like, okay, well, of course they're gonna say no because everything we do has never been done before. But like, ask them why. And like obviously, if they don't be rude, but if they say no, just try to understand why, right? And a lot of times you'll have an instance where like, well, we can't get all the cranes at one time because we're renting them out. And it's like, okay, perfect. That we respect that, but can I offer something before you actually hard say no? What if we went to the 2 or 3 other clients that day that were renting the cranes? We paid them 5 times the amount of money they paid to rent those cranes to just, rent them a week later. And let's just see. And then the company would usually be like, oh, you would do that? It's like, yeah, like we want to work with you to find a solution.
Such a nice guy.
And solve it. Like, then a hard no.
Trying to make himself like such a nice guy right now.
We can do it if you're willing to spend a little extra money or whatever. So that was me
Thoughts
trying
on
to educate my
I don't know what
audience
that is,
and
bro.
well, I don't know. I'm not even gonna say somehow. I know how. I mean, people who didn't care about the truth and just wanted to spread misinformation and manipulate and lie to millions of people, which at work spun that into. I mean, I'm not even gonna state the obvious, but I mean, which made no sense because the context for it was literally written right below it. But I mean, that just shows the ill will intent of certain people.
Yeah, because no doesn't mean no. I mean, that is like, there's just a massive, heavy negative connotation with that, obviously, in the zeitgeist. So, yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense in a vacuum, or, with this context, it does make perfect sense, but you got to see, if I were to be like, yeah, this guy, Mr. Beast, he's getting canceled for all kinds of crazy shit, and he has a no doesn't mean no policy. Anyways, like, that's...
Well, Umberville has like a good personality. Like he's actually unique. Is there anything about Umberville that he puts so much effort into his content? It like takes a bit too long. Like he does it a little bit, a few days after, a week after everyone else has already done it. Heard of? I've never heard of whoever that guy is.
Crazy.
I know.
That's fucking
And you should
insane.
throw it on screen so your viewers can
so
see.
they can actually see the
so you
full
can see
thing,
the
yeah.
context because it clearly lays it out. So no one actually saw that and thought what these channels were implying.
Yeah.
They just willfully were ignorant so they could get 1 out of 10s and make some money. I mean, that's the truth. Like, I'm sorry, but
Now on to sort of content production and the question of authenticity behind the content that you make. There have been claims that you use some CGI in your videos. That is.
Oh, here we go.
Do you think the use of CGI can undermine the credibility or authenticity of the content that you're making? And if so, why do you choose to use it?
Good question. And yes, I do think rampant use of CGI can undermine it. And I try to do my best to be transparent. Did you ever see So Crispy's video where they showed the behind the scenes of our Squid Game video?
I did, yes.
Yeah, so we've done
Sour
that
Boys,
on
yes.
them, and we've done other BTS videos. So
I really want to try
I
Sour
try
Boys.
and show it transparently, but let me think about it. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure most people have like a similar look on
obviously
them.
there are channels like Corridor Digital and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but do you really think of any like entertainment channels like mine that really?
Yeah, but you did it on your philanthropy videos and you made it look like you built the whole hospital. When it was only partly done. Like, oh my god.
Like even have the budgets to kind of do this kind of stuff. It's something I've always thought a lot about because like we're really pushing boundaries and like I want to like keep leveling things up and I think that's a cool way to do it. But it's not like there's some like playbook on how to like incorporate it, right? Because no one else really does it. Like something I was thinking about is like also we rarely use it. Like I mean maybe like 0.5%, 0.1% of my shots. A background that like doesn't look too cool. Like it's just
Alright.
black, but it looks a little off. We'll just, like,
Document.
darken it out in
Is
post.
it document?
That's, like, majority of what we do, or sometimes we'll extend a set.
Oh, there's a
But
doc.
I was thinking
Alright.
when we do because we pour millions of dollars into these videos. We build massive sets. Like we go through so much links to make these huge videos, and the last thing I want is people to be like questioning whether or not things are CGI. I mean, like the sets we build are fucking crazy, man. Like
Last thing I know is use CGI, Mega Man, Doom, Justice Syndicate, terrible. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the CGI in the Mr. Beast like videos, they did look quite convincing. Some of them looked a little obvious, but then some looked genuinely like that was there.
it's
Yeah, I've
wild. Like
noticed,
you should come see the like behind the scenes of it. I mean, sometimes we spend 100 days just literally building one room, one shot of one video. So
You really
yeah,
know
I was thinking,
every animated show ever. Like, I genuinely don't know what the hell that is.
I've been saying it publicly, like timestamping in the description when we do.
That's interesting.
That's freaking
Or,
crazy.
like,
So
having
smart
some,
for
like,
Upper Row.
thing where like whatever we do, we like put like a little Beast logo on it, so it's like a thing that if people wanted to identify, they could. I mean, I'm down to figure something out. I mean, we just don't really use it that much. It's just like a thing few and far between. But what I really don't want is people to not be able to trust my videos just because occasionally I want to make a wall blacker or like I want to extend a set a little bit just to make it look cooler and like you feel in tune with it. Because what we do on its own is insane. You know what I mean? Like we don't need it.
Have you watched an anime?
And
Yes,
to
I'm
be
watching
fair,
Attack
too,
on Titan right
I
now.
totally get what you're saying, and like the logic for the CGI call doesn't really make a lot of sense to me personally. To me, maybe it would undermine the credibility if you're like changing things genuinely, or like you have an outcome that's the thumbnail, and you're only getting it by manipulating. But like, there are times in my videos where my head is bigger. Than
Some
my head
shows
in
that
real
use
life because my head
look
is
really
bigger.
good, like A New Wish, Max and Midnights. Yeah, I don't think many people care about zombies reanimated. I haven't heard much good shit about it.
That's CGI, right?
Yeah.
The words, the subtitles in your video, they're not real.
Bro's head is the
CGI,
average
technically.
size, guys.
So it's like there's just so it's just
It was
that
so
one
crazy
sort
people had to note of it.
Sort of slippery slope. But I think that's a good idea. If you were to put timestamps, or if you sort of are transparent about AI generative content, that's something that you could do as the biggest content creator in the world, even more ethical than is really necessary.
Yeah. The only thing is then, which I'm down. Like I want to keep brainstorming these things out. It's just like you said, like I in my head I didn't even think of text on the bottom as CGI, and like everyone might have a little different definition of it. So I just want to make sure like what I would classify as it. Like and so, but agree. There's some solution here, or just stop using it. Like it doesn't even matter. Like I mean. We build crazy sets. It's usually just to make them look 1% cooler.
You can figure it out.
Yeah. So there is some answer here. Like that's not.
Yeah, but when you used it for philanthropy.
Definitely, yeah. I think people would appreciate the transparency.
Come on.
That.
When you used it for philanthropy videos.
Because they're reality television.
You basically mentioned Alcigate again.
The basis of it. So if you were to sort of go above and beyond even the worst competitors that you don't even really have on YouTube and put like a Beast logo or timestamps. I personally think that would be kind of cool.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think that'd be sort of epic. There was an allegation that you used CGI to create the impression that you guys built a hospital.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Viewers, or manipulate them into believing that you did more than you actually did.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, no, that's a great one. Honestly, truthful, dumb mistake. At the start of
okay.
videos,
This proves it's legit. It's a legit response because he didn't actually lie or anything.
in the past,
What's an Uncle
past
Grandpa
Uncle
Patrick Star
wasn't
show?
there.
Uncle Grandpa's good. I feel like people kind of talk too much shit about it.
And this is just like a small part of it.
Patrick Star show's yeah. Clarence is pretty good guy and if childhood bias to it. Ethel and Langan's also good. I don't care what people think. Breadwinner's a shit. Camp Coral is shit. And Teen Titans Go is also shit.
This isn't even like the point of the video was that we built this hospital or whatever. There was just a shot at the beginning. But some people saw that and like thought we did build it, which is not the intention. And so it's just a dumb mistake. Like trust me, when I saw that, I talked to the editors. I was like, come on, like, I have 100 editors, and obviously we have a bunch of different channels and things like that. So it's hard for me to like speak with all of them. But it was just truthfully a silly mistake. We never said we built that hospital or anything. But I could see how some people might perceive that we were trying to like give off that we were. And it's a little unfortunate because Beast Philanthropy, my YouTube channel, how do I say this where it's like I'm not trying to like is literally owned by a 501c3. Like it's a YouTube channel that is a nonprofit, which is crazy. Like as far as I know, that's the only one.
Bro builds a hospital.
Like that. What's the only reason people. This is what's funny because like to the people
At least he admitted the wrongdoing. That he made it look like he built a hospital when all he did was like add fucking solar panels and maybe add a few walls.
People like trying to call me evil and say fake philanthropy. The only reason anyone even knows any of this is because we actually.
Okay, I'll look at the comments every 5 minutes because my phone is now dead, so I can't see the chat anymore.
I wasn't aware of this because we did BTS and we were the ones who revealed this information. You know what I mean? So like, if we were trying to hide things. Like we wouldn't have done BTS on that video. That's how people got this information. So it's just like a little mistake, but it's sad because now people are using that to point at our Beast Philanthropy channel, which does a lot. I mean, we'll just scroll through the videos. I mean, whether we're building schools in Africa or giving electricity to remote villages, or we're giving clothes to people, or we're feeding people. I mean, it does a lot of really good projects. Now, truthfully, that channel is struggling to get brand deals because of all the slander on it. Because everyone, has convinced advertisers that the videos are fake and that it doesn't actually do philanthropy. And it's like,
Damn, I freaking suck.
like one little editing mistake on one of dozens of videos. Like, I mean, it's unfortunate because it's actually having a pretty severe impact on the charity, and its image, and like, I don't know, just unfortunate.
You think the impact is not obviously just the CGI hospital edit, but just the.
Rip to your phone, yeah, for real. How do you feel? Still, the marathon's fucking stupid. Bunsen is a beast. That was Butch Hartman's last straw, and it didn't work. Sanjay and Craig was also pretty bad. It looks like Bob's Burgers. Just the whole ripped off the whole design. Robot and Monster is the most nothing burger of a show. Fanboy and Chum Chum's horrible. And Oustergate, stop. Just charge your phone. Yeah, yeah, of course I care about my fans, bro. Like, I'm not. Alright, I will charge my phone, man. Ugh. Oh no, but if I charge my phone, I can't stream anymore. So I kinda can't charge my phone. Wait, Paw Patrol actually is Canadian? That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Entire situation in general.
No, I mean, of course, the entire general situation, but no. After that hospital thing, a lot of people made videos saying Beast Philanthropy is fake and saying we fake our philanthropy, and it's specifically attacking it. And then like that whole 100% of the revenue.
Okay, also wait, I highlight.
Charity, and that like
there you go.
a lot
That.
of people because they're like, oh, so this Peace Philanthropy is as legit as it gets. Just one little editing mistake, which I get now. I'm sounding like I'm downplaying. I mean, it was just a mistake in editing. Doesn't
Really?
credit all the
It still
progress
makes you look
of
like kind of a bit of a
people and
dick,
the tens
though.
of thousands of lives has changed. And I mean, yeah, it's just unfortunate.
It's a
Yeah,
good
I'd say
response, but like I still see it but as a bit of a sort of move.
Once again,
But
optically, you're the guy who's talking about spending 26 hours a day looking at data, and every decision, every single frame that's in a video is like combed over, and then that is a mistake, obviously, that you're capable of making, your team is capable of making, and like the whole thing is capable of making, and people, they'll compare and contrast. Whether they know or not, like they think everything you're doing is 110% deliberate.
Yeah, well, and that's the unfortunate part because like if someone, again, just to be clear, the only reason anyone even knows is because we did BTS. So I mean, but if that would happen,
when he says BTS, I think of the goddamn the group BTS that's did behind the scenes every time. Because we did BTS. Like when you hear BTS, no one does behind the scenes. Like short, they think BTS.
8 months ago, I would have just responded to a tweet saying my bad and just like re-edited it in YouTube Editor and just added a voiceover and it would have been fine. It's just now that due to the circumstances, everyone's like, we finally got the proof. The philanthropy's fake. He's fake, and like let's tear it out as charity. And yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's just a silly editing mistake. Like the VO we should just had VO over that clip just saying we didn't build this hospital. But it was also not even the whole point of the video. It's just like if you watch it, it's just a clip at the start. It's literally not even what the video's about.
Mm-hmm.
So
you mentioned the behind-the-scenes footage of that, specifically the hospital video, in regard to your philanthropy channel. Would you be willing to or consider releasing like more detailed behind-the-scenes footage or a breakdown of that with the VO you're talking about, or the editors who worked on it and sort of their thoughts and opinions or whatever? Because they're the ones working on it, right? Like
on that video specifically.
Yeah, or just in general.
Yeah, well, that one in specifically. I mean, we're owning up to it. I mean, I don't want to put them on blast publicly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a silly little mistake. Obviously, we talked about how we could prevent it in the future, but I'm sure, shocker, at some point we're gonna have some other editing mishap over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's not something I can't guarantee will ever happen again. But like, we're doing our best.
Bro has no control over his employees, guys.
I would love to do more behind the scenes. Like, I think
More BTS.
I think what is causing some of this is like
More BTS.
there is so much mystery around how we do our videos because people don't know how we do it. It's like it's almost easier to believe there is this like they're fake or they're rigged, and he didn't actually build a bunker and put it underground and have two people live in it for 100 days and record the entire time and do all this. It's almost getting to a point where it's easier to believe it's not real. And I think like just having more transparency and doing behind the scenes would help. I've been wanting to do that for a little bit. It's just truthfully, I just got to build the team. I was we're looking into getting some editors and like a person dedicated for doing it, like because we have to like intentionally film those shots.
Right.
A lot of the
All right. Tiny Chip Show is an American live-action animated TV series created by Richard. Yeah, I know. The statue figure is it? Oh my God, Lord. Oh my God, it's already been 58 minutes. Oh my good Lord.
is like so we're like building out the team. It's just like it just takes time. Like you even need someone who will make the thumbnails for it. And, like I also don't want there to be editing mistakes in this, so I need someone who's doing QC, and that's like a really important thing because I don't want them to post it and make a claim in the BTS that's not true and say, hey, we spent $500,000 for this bunker, and it was actually $480,000, right?
Yeah.
Which is these are the little kinds of things that because I have such a large company, people will do, and they think it's innocent, but it's like no, like. But at the end of the day, it's my name on it, and so it's like in theory it seems simple, like oh you're already filming, just throw a BTS, but there's a whole big process in it to make sure that's also true and authentic and good and actually edited well. And so I mean I don't know when I'll be able to build out the team and get it right, but I think that will help a lot if people knew like the effort and work that went into the videos and like just how we do it. I think they would look at it differently and be like, oh okay, I see.
Yeah, and I think to circle back a little bit, I don't think even showing the in behind the scenes, like if that were to have existed specifically with like the philanthropy stuff, or another time where you're adding CGI or whatever, if you had the intention of the people who are doing it in that behind the scenes footage, it wouldn't be necessarily even putting them on blast or showing any mistake you would have from the very beginning transparency.
Yeah.
So I think that would be. I mean, that would
I'm
be
on
awesome.
the same page here. Hey, if anyone watching this wants to help run
Me?
the BTS channel, I'm actually serious. We're hiring and trying to figure it out. So I mean, yeah, I really think that would
BTS
just,
channel.
Yeah.
plus, I just want to show people how we do this stuff. Like it's
Mr.
pretty
Beast
crazy.
likes the song
I mean,
Dynamite.
realistically, it sounds like some of these
Gonna
problems
help you with
they're
Dynamite.
just sort of.
Oh my god, those are a lot of articles. It's been almost an hour. Yeah, I know, right? Freaking crazy.
You have the opportunity now to just be like super ethical and hire a couple more teams for transparency and do something that not only the 300 million subscriber YouTuber, but like you are leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else in terms of like transparency.
Yeah.
Which people really like that type of stuff. Even if they don't like search out for it, they just like to see someone who's honest and relatable.
I agree.
And like you guys are really good at this insane Mr. Beast thing, but like you said, even with sort of talking about the allegations in the beginning, you didn't want to make a video where you're just sitting and it just feels cringe and awkward.
Yeah, no.
Like but it makes sense, right? Like I get your perspective and the outsider's perspective. It's cool to see, how it's not cool to see how angry people can get, but it is cool to see that there is a possible answer to those.
It's over, guys. It's over. Oh no.
In a way that nobody else has ever been before.
It's over in a good way this time, though.
There's evidence that you put your previous employees, friends, whatever, controlled opposition
Yes.
in your challenge videos, such as the 100 boys versus 100 girls video.
Yeah.
Did you put them in that video or videos like that specifically to rig the outcome
Of the challenge.
of the challenge? And if so, do you think that's acceptable, Mr. Beast?
I know. That one was a big one. Videos talking about my 100 boys versus 100 girls video in the last couple months. That one, people really talked about that one. So yes,
Yes, I did rig it.
His video, he talked about this and uncovered it. I'm surprised more people didn't. Like my girlfriend after that video literally went on a podcast and described this. So it's not even like this was hidden information. This has been out there.
You were in the video 100 girls versus 100 boys for $500,000.
Yes. On the day, everybody had to go for COVID tests, and a lot of people came, got their COVID tests, and they tested positive.
Bruh.
Girls somehow ended up with way too little contestants. So I got a call randomly from the studio, and they're like, "We need a female." I'm like, "Well, I am a female. I guess I could do this."
Whoa, really?
Were you
Yeah.
dating
I am a
anyone?
female.
And did the others know you were dating Mr. Beast at the time?
They pretended that they didn't, but I think some of them caught on.
Did he like move to the side of the circle and check
No,
up on
he
you?
avoided eye contact at all costs.
But I mean, literally, like she said on the podcast, we had 100 boys, 100 girls. They're competing in a video.
What's on Feely Otter? That shit's actually horrible. I was actually like, I remember being like having a little bit of some expectations for it, and never happened. A New Wish is really good. Transformers Earth Spark, I've heard it's quite mid, but I haven't actually seen it. Spider and his amazing friends. I don't really know much about it, but I know it is quite a lot. The Night Before Christmas is freaking lit. For real, for real.
Leading up to the video, they're supposed to quarantine. This was years ago when, at the height of COVID. A lot of questions people have about my videos, like that in these recent things I've noticed, usually the answer is like COVID, like why things aren't as like we would normally do it. But in this instance, they quarantined. When they showed up to the studio, a couple people on both sides tested positive for COVID. We didn't have them all in a group. We, isolated, tested. And so now I'm stuck with a tough decision because we have all these people who just took off work for a week and took even more days off work to film this video. A couple people on each side of the 100 girls, 100 boys tested positive for COVID. I can't go grab random people off the street because they haven't quarantined, right? And back then, I think COVID tests are better now, but back then, it took like 2 days for the COVID test to be able to pick up whether or not you had COVID, something like that. Not a doctor. This isn't Joe Rogan. I obviously, bro, no one knows that though, right? I could have just gone and grabbed random people off the street and it would have been fine. But I was trying to like be protective of the contestants. So my employees were routinely quarantining back then because, in the studio and things like that, we didn't want an outbreak. So I just went to the employees who weren't working on the 100 Girls vs. 100 Boys video and was like, hey,
Yeah,
I don't want to cancel this video. Who wants
can we go to the
do
next
it?"
thing? I know this
That's-
is like
you know?
completely legit.
And yeah, I really didn't think too much of it. And, here we are a couple years later, and that's turning into proof that I put employees in videos to rig them and script them, and they're just filling in for some people who got COVID.
Yeah, I think it's another situation in which it's like, sure, there's there's evidence or whatever of both or whatever. It's like a trust me bro versus a trust me bro.
But this one's not even a trust me, bro. Like, I mean, my girlfriend literally years ago said, and
People look into it. Like there's like such a
I mean, I could have been like, oh, people got just rug pulled them. You know what I mean? No, so I just tried to take the most ethical, moral stance and
Go to the next.
prioritize health. And
yeah. I mean that's fair.
I
so-
agree.
yeah.
Well, I
think
mean,
that's
not well. Hopefully, now that people hear the truth, they agree as well. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
All right. Thoughts on Best and Bester? I haven't watched Best and Bester. Unstoppable Yellow Yeti, I have not watched that either. 101 Dalmatian Street, have heard of it. Heard it's alright. And I haven't heard of those other things. Yes, I am very grateful. I don't know, did they? Yes, it is indeed non-canon. Oh my god.
yeah, it's been brutal hearing that misinformation be spread.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine that, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of people who really do not like you at all.
Yeah.
How does it feel in real life? Do you feel it in real life at all, or is it just internet?
No, it's just the internet. We talked a little bit before this. I mean, also, it's late at night. I just flew here to do this. This is a very impromptu thing.
Yeah.
But for like the 10 minutes we were talking before we started recording, I was telling him like, no one in real life has any idea of any of this. Like I meet hundreds of people and they're all just like, yo, what's up, Mr. Beast? They never bring it up.
Yeah.
But then you would open up Reddit. I mean, it doesn't help that they're censoring positive posts, but and you would think, well, actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, that does make sense. You would think everyone hates me because anyone who does it, their post gets deleted. So actually, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's like, and even some of the YouTubers that I know, like you mentioned sending a clip to YouTubers, and they're like, well, it's just not cool. I don't want to be seen as a Mr. Beast glazer. I mean, even the sort of feelings amongst YouTubers, the people who their responsibility is to, responsibility, very loose use of the term, to talk about anything online or whatever, even they're afraid, or they
It's
don't
like
know.
after he
So
lies,
it's just
like
the
after he
internet.
laughs, he like turns off. He's like, that's literally him, bro.
There's this really weird, sort of echo chamber. Not that obviously everything that you've done is can just be swept under the rug. I mean, you've admitted to mistakes. I think that everything that that is a genuine mistake, you once again have the most to gain from all this. So it's not gonna fucking hurt you to just admit where you're wrong or whatever. Yeah, I think that's a.
I'm not planning to
very-
watch the whole video, by the way. Just make that clear. I promise I'll never mention Pennsylvania ever again. Alright, that's good at least.
Interesting one, the 100 boys versus 100 girls video, because to me, without looking into it at all, it's like that does seem weird, right? Like it just seems like once again a conflict of interest. But at the same time, you're making YouTube videos. You're not making like, I don't know. You can endlessly make excuses for it and against it. It seems like that's why I'm saying it's kind of.
I mean, I think between like the contestants and people we given stuff to in videos, like pretty confidently say like less than 1% employees. So if you were to take everyone who's ever been in the video, so like we're like, and a lot of it was like I said during the COVID time, where it's just like, well, I'm trying to be responsible, and I know so it's like, I mean, yeah. I think when you look at it through those lenses, I feel like any rational person would be like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah. Okay, so now on to
Please.
the response to critics. So the first person really to respond to critics was Chucky. But the second person, it seemed like,
Oh my
was
God, yeah.
Soggy Cereal, YouTuber,
Yes.
commentary YouTuber. And he made a video, and he's been, that video is sort of blowing up a little bit. It's not quite to the level of Dogpack's video when it first came out, but it's coming up, and he did his best to disprove a lot of Dogpack's claims, and even held you accountable for a lot of stuff in his video, which I thought was good. I thought his video was pretty good. I liked his video a lot, and I like him a lot. I've talked to him since that came out. I've talked to him a couple times. Yeah, he has criticized you today and last night, I think, to sort of timestamp when this video is being recorded so people know. He said, Soggy has criticized you sharing his video with other YouTubers as a way to shield yourself from criticism, like DMing the video to people. He also expressed feeling used by you, given that
The way he looks at the
his
camera,
video
bro.
as a strategy to gather favor among the public, which, that's pretty wordy. It's like
I mean, a lot of things Soggy said he got completely wrong. He literally completely missed out the part where he literally got paid to fly over to the Mr. Beast studio to interview the employees. Like, literally. I think I might be completely wrong, but like, Fulton Wolf, that shit's horrible. And Chimchilla, absolute. Chimchilla's not. I feel like people overreact on Chimchilla a little bit, but Wolflo, whatever that show's called, it's horrible. Yeah, so he changed the title from Content Cop to something else. Speaking of iDubbbz, yeah, to be honest, he kind of does.
Today, it's got to be something like, how do you feel about him feeling that way? Because he's not really defending you. He's more so trying to hold like the truth, which I appreciate that massively.
Yeah.
And I do, talking to him, I do believe that he is an honest guy. How do you interpret his responses on Twitter? If you've seen them, have you seen them?
Yeah, I've seen him. I mean, I interpret as him just trying to be honest with his audience, and
Everyone's still calling it Twitter.
I think obviously he probably in his head, if he was even being more honest, he'd probably be like, Jimmy, why don't you just say these things? Why am I saying it? And I think obviously now that I'm here and doing this, that will alleviate it. But I can see how it feels. Like, obviously, I saw that video and it disproved. I mean, there are some things in there I don't agree with, and he does go pretty hard on me, so which people seem to forget. But there are a lot of things in there that he disproved, and yeah, I mean, I got excited and shot it over to a bunch of creators who covered the false information, and was just like, look, I can see how that looks like I'm hiding behind it. Luckily, I'm here talking to you, so
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Yeah, he was specifically saying for people not to show the DM, which makes him look. I don't know. I don't like that decision. Like, why would you make it like hide the DMs you got from the creators and just force them to, for them to cover the Soggy video? I don't know, man. A bit odd.
Problem anymore, but obviously, he's not. When he tweeted that, he doesn't know we were doing this, doesn't know this is coming out. I mean, he might now. I don't, you talk to him, but yeah. So like, I don't blame him. You know what I mean? It's a reasonable thing. Like, I think if I were to read a little between lines, he's just saying like, I don't want to be a shield. Jimmy, say something. You know what I mean? Like, actually go address things and like.
Yeah, because he's really not defending you. He's just disproving Dogpack. Like that.
Exactly.
That's the primary kind of driver, or that's how I.
But his actions as a bomber pilot in Papua New Guinea during March 1933, when, despite intense aircraft fire, he pressed home a series of attacks. Why? Thoughts on? I think you have told me this question before, but yeah, I remember watching a Connor the Waffle video based off the goddamn coconut fruit.
I interpreted his video.
It's pretty bad.
I was like, oh, this is pretty balanced. Yeah, I like him. He's a cool dude. So
Yeah. He didn't go with the grain and disprove a lot of things. But yeah, also went kind of hard on me too. So, but yeah.
he's not a big fan of Lunchley.
He's not. That's one thing for sure. He does not like Lunchley.
By commenting on his
Yeah,
video,
yeah.
to comment on Soggy's video. after
Lunchley,
you
come
said,
on, let's bring that
this
up,
is
please.
finally a video that doesn't spread baseless slander about me.
Yeah, I mean,
Lol.
obviously that was a stupid comment. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, how do you think that looks? I mean,
Yeah. Dumb. Like,
yeah.
agreed.
Okay.
Especially the LOL. That just yeah.
Yeah.
Next
Sad,
question.
Bro,
like,
edit the LOL,
dumb.
bruh.
Yeah.
The answer, dumb. Yes.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, it's like it kind of gives weight to you sort of taking the situation lightly. Like if anybody should be taking the situation lightly, it should be like me or Soggy or people people who aren't actively involved in the situation. How would you put that worry, that concern at ease for someone who's like willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, which I think is super important. And you say something like that, and then it seems like you are taking the situation in general lightly.
Yeah. No, I mean that's a good question. I mean, honestly, there's just a lot of disinformation that was correct in that video. And I just wrote that comment, and then right afterwards sent it to a couple of YouTubers, which
It was more than a couple, bruh.
like, finally this thing is here. But I agree. Like dumb comment.
Legal and ethical issues. I feel like this is probably going to be a little bit more sort of. We're going to need some facts on screen to back up like whatever's being said here, just to because like there's only so much you can say.
Yeah.
So, and Soggy did a good job of sort of disproving.
Sorry, Mother Adam. Oh my god. Oh, what the hell? Oh my good lord. There's a lot of things, to say the least.
A lot of these claims just in general, or giving weight to ones that deserve to have weight given to them.
Yeah.
So watch his video. Obviously, he did a lot of work on this stuff. So Dawson claimed that you ran multiple illegal lotteries, and in Soggy's video, he sort of I think disproved two,
Yes.
and then one he still believes was an illegal lottery.
Yes.
Do you believe that you ran an illegal lottery? Did you believe at the time? What was your mindset? Did you check with the FCC? Was there any compliance, any steps taken to prevent this? What is your just perspective on that?
Yes. So I don't think we did. I have people looking into it and like trying to pull the footage and figure it out. He disproved the two, which I mean those were crazy. I'm trying to. I don't want to just like speculate. I have a team looking into it. I don't think we did though. But regardless, just to be truthful, if people want a refund or think for whatever reason like we did something wrong, like I'll send you a link that you can just put in the description where they can get a refund. Maybe just throw it on the screen here.
Okay.
But
Wow.
yeah, I mean, at the moment, that's all I really have to say. Maybe I could do a follow up in the future. I'm trying to, dig up all the footage from that live stream. This was like many years ago. Like this isn't like something I did 3 months ago.
Yeah. COVID. It was 2020, right?
I don't remember.
I think the first one, the one questionable one that Soggy had in his video was in 2020. I think it was in August 2020.
And I just don't have the footage from him, so
Yeah.
I'm looking them up.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think. I think at the very least, if people felt misled or whatever, or if it
100%
was,
request a refund. I mean, we do that anyways. Like on our site, if people want refunds, we give it to them. But for this specifically, we can give you a URL, throw it right here. I mean, I have no idea.
Son, daughter, Adam. What is that supposed to mean, bro? The thing is, you just mentioned it just now. No, joking. That's fine. You can do whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, what it'll be, and yeah, just send us your order code. Really, no big deal.
Cool. The investigation confirmed. So the third-party investigation confirmed isolated incidents of harassment. How were these incidents addressed, and what systemic changes did you implement from after the investigation to prevent things like this from ever happening again? I'm assuming it's going to piggyback directly off the
what we
HR
talked about before.
improvements.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, agreed. Like we talked about before, I have hundreds of employees, and when we brought the outside third party in, and I was like, hey, talk to whoever you need to, get an honest pulse of how some people are feeling. There were some things that people hadn't made us aware of that they felt more comfortable talking to Quinn and Manuel on, which is obviously ultimately why we ended up doing the anonymous hotline and that kind of stuff. And what you asked, what did we do? How did we handle it? Like I said before, it's just whatever they told me. If they told me like I need to fire someone, we fired them. Like I mean, it's not like I don't want to be the arbiter of truth. I want people who are professional.
Yeah.
In these things to
All right.
get the information. We should have all the facts, and I want them to tell me what to do, right? Because obviously I work with these people, and so I could have some form of bias or whatever, or maybe I like this person better, and so I like to stay away from that kind of stuff. And so I just did whatever they told me to do, and to be honest.
How did you feel when you found out that a third-party investigation concluded that there were incidents of harassment in your business?
Yeah, I mean,
Limpaville's doing a fantastic job, like, honestly. Just had to put that out there right now.
I've been bringing in new leaders and people who have worked in bigger companies, and I was just like, help me make sure like this kind of stuff doesn't happen, and educate me on these kinds of things. Like, again, like this company is growing so fast. Like I keep saying the number 400 just so people realize this isn't just 10 employees making YouTube videos like it was for me 5 years ago. And so my first instinct was just like, educate me. Who do I bring in? How do we solve these things? And like I said before, it dials down to two things: making sure you're not fostering it, and then when it does happen, making sure you respond appropriately, and just like trying to learn everything I can in those two areas, and just find the best people in the world in those two areas to just review everything and make sure we're doing it correctly.
Dude, people were fired. How many people?
Yeah. Gate of Elsa. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. This is probably the longest stream I'm gonna do for a while. I think I'll do an hour more because I want people to check out Limpaville's video. So
Disciplined, fired.
I won't watch the whole thing.
Like, how did that feel, knowing that there was like an amount of people that had to be disciplined, terminated, whatever, as a result of an investigation? It's kind of things just happening basically under your nose, due to a lack of, business acumen or care or whatever word you would want to use.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Well, I mean, like, I haven't even met all the people that work for me, because it's so big and we have people all around the world and things like that, just for context. I don't want people to think like, oh, these are people I was just working with every single day and I was just oblivious. But, yeah, I mean, it just felt like I need to improve. I need to learn more, and just, I want to fix these things, So, I mean, it doesn't feel good.
Mm.
There you go. That's what I was looking for.
I'm like
Obviously,
I'm a problem
bro.
solver. When there's problems, like my default reaction, like instinct is. how
Your
do I
default
solve it?
reaction whenever you speak right now, Jimmy, is
I feel like we've made a lot of progress, to be honest.
Cool. Are you gonna sue Dogpack?
ooh.
Well,
Bro just said that.
there's
Bro just went in and went.
Sue Dogpack?
progress, to be honest.
Bro just went in and just went.
Are you gonna sue Dogpack?
That is crazy. Not see that coming. Like I thought when I saw it at the start of the video, the preview, I thought there would be like a question that would go after something else, but no, bro just bro just did it.
There's tons of examples of him intentionally manipulating things to not be true and posting it online.
Mm.
Tons and tons and tons of that. Soggy has basically an hour and 27-minute video, and an hour of it is just flat out proving manipulation and lies, and caused a lot of harm to my businesses. I mean, I've literally had
Damn, he's actually literally
$12
gonna
million
cry,
followers,
bro.
and then tell me it was directly because of his video. And don't worry, I instantly was like, can you send that in writing? So, if I win a case or anything, I can directly point damages. No reason why. And so, I mean, just unfortunate. Like, I don't want to be put in this situation, but probably gonna have to. I mean, it's just.
Oh,
It's just.
ooh.
I mean, what do you do if someone's just
I mean,
spreading misinformation?
if it's all if most of it's misinformation, yeah, all right, makes complete sense. So I don't actually blame them.
About you, and just causing harm to your business, and like getting it to the point where you might have to potentially fire people.
Because
you
bro
don't have
probably
so much revenue.
made
It's not fair to
Mr. Beast
people
so
and, like,
depressed, bro.
companies, you know what I mean? It's just sad, you know. It's not a
Trying to
thing
get some food,
I
guys.
take joy in.
Food
but,
break.
Yeah.
Food break.
Yeah, so okay, so yes.
They're not done drafting it up, but once they're done, more than likely, yeah.
Okay.
I look like such a fucking
Interesting.
slob
Yeah,
and
it's,
like that,
Every
bro.
law firm I've talked to, they're like, this would be the easiest win they've ever seen in their life. I mean, it's like crazy. I had one tell me like you could chop up all the evidence into like sue 3 separate times, and win all 3 cases because you'd have enough for each. Like, one person I was talking to, he's won like 67 out of his last 70 cases, and he's like, this would be literally the easiest case I've ever done. Like, it's because there's just so much.
God, what's been going on here? Fucking hell. I haven't watched any Kingdom Flame Blade. Rock Paper Scissors is really good. Rugrats 2021 was. They kind of need to quit that, bro. Blue's Clues and You is also pretty good. Bubble Guppies, I grew up with it, but I look back at it now, it's okay, but the only reason they really cancelled it is because they didn't want a show to have a longer amount of, like, the last longer than Paw Patrol, so they just kind of cancelled it. Thoughts on reaction channels? I'm starting to think, bro, has an obsession with Alpha Gay. It's starting to get quite scary. Mukbang ASMR videos. I mean, I'm always 2 steps ahead, so I mean. Yeah, for real. No, I don't have sensitive. Well, yeah, I love Sam and Colby. I thought it was sensitive boards, and I was like, nah, bro.
Blatant, misinformation and lies spread. Like, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, just go watch Sagi's video. Go look at his Twitter where he's redacted multiple ones of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to be in this position.
Now, what do you think? Do you think that there could be any sense of regret from that? I mean, optically, once again, there's a lot of things working against you on a constant basis because you're the biggest person in the world on YouTube and social media, and you're just crammed down people's throats. Algorithmically, like if you decide to sue this man.
What about the other ones that made videos with him, like Rosanna
Well,
and
I just want
Jake?
disclosure and
Well, Jake had probably had full reason to be mad, to be honest with you.
You're saying, when am I worried about how that would affect me?
Bro would not turn my lights off,
Yeah,
so.
just like, what do you think?
I mean, I'm right now. I'm getting canceled because I'm not suing him because they're saying, well, Jimmy's not suing him, therefore there was truth that Jimmy would be suing him. So at this point, I'm so big. It's kind of most scenarios are like either way. Like there's a vast negative for me. People are like, well, he's not going to sue because he's worried about discovery. No, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Why do I care? I'm here. This is discovery. You know what I mean? And that they just. No matter what I do at this point, like there's just a large group of people that are just gonna be unhappy, and that's just like a reality I have to be okay with. As long as I agree with what I'm doing and I believe in what I'm doing, I mean that's all I really can do at this point.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, it's probably a minority. Well, it's definitely a minority of people just in general who actually care about this type of shit. But like, the suing, the silencing critics, for example, something very similar has happened. Well, not that similar, but something is happening to CoffeeZilla, who we'll talk about here in a minute as well. He's being sued, and that just, to someone like me, I care
By
about
bro's
my
best
rationality
friend, Logan Paul, bro.
People being big and
100%. And I would just say, go watch the Sagi video.
Yeah.
look at all the blatant
Of course, yeah.
manipulation of lies, and this isn't me trying to silence them. This is me trying to like.
Yeah, and
This is like borderline. I owe it to my employees.
It's-
It's like
yeah.
I can't look at someone in the eyes and go, "Sorry, you're getting laid off because he decided to keep spreading misinformation about us." Go complain to
yeah,
Dogpack.
I understand. It's like there's a
This is bigger than me. I have a lot of people,
Right.
a lot of families, a lot of kids that work or are under the people I employ that work for me. Like it's not just me. Like I can't.
of course.
So
And it's also, just to finish what I was going to say, it is not silencing a critic. It is preventing the spread of misinformation, proven misinformation.
exactly.
So I think being able to make that distinction, though, is very important, and that's something to consider. It's like how do you stop the misinformation, the slander, but also don't prevent people from caring about things ethically going forward and feeling willing to criticize someone like you. Even though, obviously, this situation, it appears quite clear-cut that this is misinformation, and truth is obviously the most important thing, but also there's like a sort of a slippery slope of silencing critics and censorship and all this crazy stuff, and freedom of speech is so important, but obviously lies and slander are not protected by the freedom of speech, so it's just a big, giant optic.
Current thoughts on allegedly? Yes, it's shit. Nick Jr. Honestly, how much content does Nick Jr. really have? It's really not that much, so things would like rerun a lot. So honestly, don't even blame them spamming Paw Patrol. I'm literally doing shit reaction content right now, so I have no idea what that is. Thoughts on Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry? They're like basically merging into each other at this point, bro. Ain't even gonna lie, bro. Current thoughts on Lunchley? Yeah, I already answered that. Toomey Mizumi's good. I had like that one DVD that I would like replay over and over and over again. Gumball Season 7? Yeah, of course I am. It probably will be good. Most likely.
Pill to swallow and consider, I feel like.
Agreed.
And I would be really interested to see your thoughts going forward, in your decisions that you decide to make. I would love to stay in the loop on that because, in the very beginning, I thought Soggy had good intentions.
Or dog.
Dogpack.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Soggy does have good intentions, in my opinion. In the very beginning, and now things obviously are, he's turned this into sort of his thing.
Good intentions, even though even the very first video literally was what 90% lies.
It seemed.
You
right?
got manipulated.
Yeah,
but
of course. Yeah,
that
definitely.
doesn't make it good intentions.
Yeah. I'm just saying it seemed, and a lot of people also believe that.
Was it good intentions when he photoshopped a fake live stream and
No,
falsely
no.
accused me of not saying something I did say and falsely accused something? It was a good intentions when he put a king size Feastables bar beside a regular size Hershey's bar and didn't disclose that and then lied about us having more sugar than them. Was it? I mean, I could sit here and do this for the next 30 minutes.
I
think
understand.
that's just a misconception that everyone has. It's like there's never.
That is absolutely
of course,
correct.
But I'm just.
I watched that video and I was like, this is just lies, and everyone's like, oh my god. I was like, whoa.
We're just talking about optics, though.
Okay,
That's my point.
optically.
Right, optically.
People who fell for
Right.
the optics.
But that's the lowest common denominator. That's what makes this entire world that we're in go round. Is how people are reacting to things. You can't expect people to be to go out of their way to give you the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's super important to consider all that. But yeah, and obviously it's been proven now that he is Mr. and Misinformation combined, right? It's for someone like me who actually cares about I like to pretend that I care about the truth of things, and I don't want someone like you who has worked very hard objectively to get where you're at. I don't want you to be.
You're far superior. For real. I gotta go for a few minutes. Bruh. I'm not even sure if there's gonna be a Gumball movie. I highly doubt there's going to be one. There's still not a single trailer or anything, bro. I don't think there will be one. I think it'll just be season 7.
Slandered or for people to lie about you, etc. But at the same time, you are the one who's gonna win. You are the one who will always win. You're the top, right? Like you got this big thing, so you have the most responsibility, and you've got to be the best guy.
Cognizant of the implications it would have.
Yeah.
But it's
So-
also on the reverse side. It potentially caused people to not want to spread misinformation and not
Of course.
slander people. So
Okay, we're nearly
also the
halfway,
positive
which
side
halfway
is,
is 1 hour and like 16, so we'll
It's
stop
just
then.
something to consider,
Agreed.
right?
I don't
Yeah.
take the decision.
Because I want people to actually watch
Okay,
the video themselves.
as well. But yeah, I think that that's a yeah, you're the guy. I mean, if anybody could go and be as ethical as possible and do everything as perfectly as possible and actually take the moral high ground and not just pretend, it is you. You've got all the resources. You are the guy who can do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest. So, yeah, I think you will. I think you'll do all this stuff cool and right, and stop slander, misinformation, etc. Which is good.
Disinformation.
Disinformation.
Big difference. Misinformation
They're cousins.
could be an accident. Disinformation, not an accident.
Let's see. So now to move on to CoffeeZilla,
Oh,
one of my favorite YouTubers. There was a comprehensive report published that painted a negative light on crypto dealings allegedly associated with you. To what extent were you?
ooh,
involved
bro's
in
response to this is gonna be
investigating
crazy.
How do you respond to CoffeeZilla's video on you detailing his allegations? I thought he gave you a benefit of the doubt in that video.
Yeah.
I think he's a very reasonable guy, to be honest. I think he's a very smart, reasonable guy who cares about like, doing the right thing, which is pretty rare on YouTube. How do you how would you respond to Coffee's video?
Yeah, Coffee's video and the report. Well, so I'll start off with the report. I mean, most people probably haven't even read it, but that's what kind of spawned that whole thing was this. Did you see it? Like
Mhm.
that? Yeah. So the gist of this crypto report that was. 1 second. Sorry. Stop. The gist of this report was.
Bro's drinking water. He's so scared right now.
Jimmy is too stupid to like make this kind of money. Therefore, it must be insider trading. This is his wallet. You know, clearly there's insider trading because he never would have been able to make this kind of money. When in reality, which is what I told Coffee in that statement we gave him, it was managed by a fund. So I wasn't the one managing the wallet. I've never had access to that wallet. I've never done the buying and selling on that wallet. There's a
Bro.
professional who's written books on crypto. And
You never have, despite the fact the profile picture is literally your face, bro.
Most of the allegations there, like, are just answered by like, I am too stupid to do that. That's why.
I'll stay forever and ever. Oh yeah, that Coca-Cola ad looks horrific. Yeah, it is an improvement, I would say. I like what the bee looks like. The bee looks like an actual replica of the bee, and then like the skeleton looks horrific. It's like that from two completely different things, bro. Go-Go Mystery Machine looks like it's gonna look really good. Beards and mustache, I don't know what that is.
The fun was managing it, you know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, like Coffee said, like if he literally said this in a video. If you like Jimmy, then you're like, yeah, he has answers for everything, and this checks out. And if you don't like Jimmy, then you're gonna go, there's obviously wrongdoing here. But yeah, I mean, the honest truth is like, I make videos. I'm running 7 businesses. I got a lot going on, and yeah, I'm invested in a crypto fund. They invested on my behalf, and I've never had access to that wallet. They're the one doing the buying and selling. I mean, there are thousands of transactions on there. Like, I don't even have that kind of time. I'm sure you could probably even look at it and see like days where I was like maybe in solitary confinement or like doing a video where I didn't even have access to a computer and there's trading.
True.
So for the conspiracy theorists that think I'm lying and using the fund as a cover up, like, I mean, there's got to be some way where you could just figure that out, like where I was on a plane ride or something. But yeah, that's like the honest transparency is, was in a crypto fund and people thought I owned the wallet. And it's called Wu-Tang Clan. Do you listen to Wu-Tang Clan?
I have, yes.
I don't. So I feel like that's another indicator.
Really?
I wouldn't have named it Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
I had to educate myself on what Wu-Tang Clan was. So
Okay.
yeah.
I think that's pretty interesting. Cause yeah, I mean, like the whole like just YouTubers in any way being involved with crypto in any sense now is just like
Agreed, and that's why I literally put it in a fund because I was like, I don't want to like fuck with this stuff and like be
Mr.
I just
B
want-
say bad
I want
words.
Someone who knows what they're doing to do it to make sure things are above board. So that's literally why I did that, right?
Okay, this is probably the last time we get to ask questions now because I'm not going to watch the whole thing. So glad Velma is over. And might get a second season and a Halloween special in the first place. It's basically the Elsa Gate. You have an Elsa Gate problem. You hate Elsa Gate so much. It's like becoming like nearly. How many messages have you said? No, no. One. Um. But I can't see them because there's so much text I can't even. Yeah, my brain just can't actually find them, but there's at least 10 messages.
Because I was like, if I'm buying and selling it, maybe I mess things up or do something dumb. So I was like, oh, this fund is led by someone who knows what he's doing. Here you go. You know, so that was literally the whole logic behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. On to some philanthropy and charitable work stuff. Soggy revealed delays in philanthropic projects such as the walking assistance video due to lost partnerships. He talked about that in his sort of disproving video. Yeah, how do you intend on regaining trust between that
Crazy camera shot, that's crazy.
vehicle for philanthropy? And how do you intend on regaining trust with the brands to put money to that to generate revenue to use for?
Yeah. I mean, I hope step one is literally this video. I mean, I hope like I just need people to, hey, just stop making videos titled "Mr. Beast fakes his philanthropy with devil horns" and the thumbnail man, and like you know just stating facts that aren't facts. Like,
Yeah.
because like as long as people are just spreading that disinformation, I mean, it's gonna be pretty hard to convince these people. But hopefully once that dies down, I think it's just more of a time thing. Because yeah, it'd be nice, like, because yeah, the charity definitely needs that whole like disinformation thing to kind of just stop. Like I spend $150,000 a month, like, so I pay for the employees' salaries, so all the revenue from the videos goes straight towards doing our project. So I cover all this employees, a little bit of overhead, that kind of stuff. So that way, if we get like a $400,000 brand deal plus the ad revenue from the video, we can like spend all that money on like buying shirts for homeless people or whatever it is. So I just put that money in, but this like
That's gonna be all I'm gonna watch because I feel like if I watch any more, I'm gonna explode. I'm not gonna do it the week. Dude, it's 5 p.m. for me. I got like work to do. Cause I'll show you what I'm working on. Where is it? Oh, fuck. How do I? My channel. Alright guys, I'll show you why I'm probably going to end. I'm doing the script for this. This is a project that I'm doing, and it's called The Terrifying Kid Shows Iceberg. So don't go saying to me that I don't make stuff about kid shows anymore, because that is not going to be true. That's why I'll probably be uploading a whole lot less. I'll probably still stream, but I made a Twitter account for it to maybe hopefully promote it. I'm thinking about making it a 3-part series, but I'm still not 100% sure on that yet. So, yeah. So yeah. Put some allowed out. I'm not gonna watch the whole video because I got tea. I have to eat soon. I have to eat in like 20 minutes. So yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna watch it when it releases, but I like working on big projects, and usually nobody watches shit. Well, when was the last time I actually made a video that had effort put into it? Well, of course, obviously that one, but I didn't even edit that one. This track, I guess the Marcus videos, I guess have an effort like research wise, but it's not so much. Yeah, probably this video. That one, where I talked about books, and this one. And then I saw this video went well, and I went, ooh, and then it just went. Why not eat and stream? I have to eat at the table. I love how for once when I mention something I'm working on, no one comments on it. Of course. But yeah, I think the Mr. Beast response so far is actually quite good. He's actually getting the facts straight, which is good. That is not nice. Well, I'm gonna be talking about animation in that video, so I mean. Maybe, what is there anything like crucial at the end of the video? Wait, he like talks to someone at the. What is this about? Part crypto. Ah, alright. I don't know. Like, making videos every day is tiring, alright, and I don't know why you like. Thing is, right? People look up to me as like a separate like Kawaii Mation, you know what I mean? Like a different one. And to be honest, Kawaii Mation is so easy to do. He could literally just look at any story and just screen record. That's how easy it is for him. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure. See, I have to eat soon, guys. Told you. At least I'm not an Alcigate channel. Are you an Alcigate channel? Bro, your your Alcigate problem is generally now starting to get concerning. Like, it's generally getting a little. I'm not going just yet, but soon. I can't stream forever, bro. You have to stay up till midnight, or why? He probably does. I don't know. The thing I don't like about the only real thing I don't like is that people pressure me to just to make cartoon news. Like, I'm pressured to just do that. Well, before I kind of felt like at least Spencer hates Elsa. That doesn't make a difference. But watch like my Infinity Train video, and it shows you that I would much prefer. I have more fun doing that. Bro, nah, bro. It's like barely a mustache. Just barely. Like, I felt like I've been stuck in this endless loop of making content I don't even like making, bro. Or haven't liked making for a long ass time. Ugh. Yes, I know what F1 is. I don't like Max Verstappen, whatever his damn name is. I don't like when someone dominates for a long period of time. Oh my god, Elsagate mention number. It's gonna be like 1,000,000. I'm not doing that. I'm making my iceberg video. And I also have a video that will be out during. I don't really want to make videos targeting users and stuff anymore, because Max fell off, seriously? I thought he was like winning every race. I think I'm quite far behind. I'm more of a MotoGP sort of person, so I don't really know much about F1. I can only name like 2 riders, and that's Lewis Hamilton and Max. Can't ride any other. Can't think of anyone else. I know there's more. Liam Lawson, is he still there? Oh my god, Max Mofo, yeah. I used to watch his Pokemon unboxings and stuff. Where are my friends? I don't have any friends here today. I don't even know why I'm streaming from my monitor today, to be honest with you. It was just a screen capture that. Me reacting to that video. But I have a video that will come out on December. It'll be like this December 6th or something. Oh, well, that's great. Yeah, I've known Ivy for ages. Daniel Ricciardo's been around for a long ass time, eh? Well, before he retired, obviously. Or got kicked out because he was shit. Liam Lawson is cool. Bro, one of my passions that I love talking about is MotoGP, but literally no one here gives a shit about that. It was so bad he got kicked out. Damn. Oh, well that sucks. Yay, MotoGP. I love MotoGP. I find it way better than F1, I'm sorry. Bro, the thing is, he knows stuff like Bunston and Abyss, but he wouldn't know what F1 is. That's kind of sad. I'm not saying that in any sort of offense, by the way, but it's like, dude, you're smarter than me, Randall, bro. You should be the one doing my type of videos, bro. Shouldn't be me. GV isn't a person. Who's MotoGP guy? Dude, next year, I genuinely think Mark has a chance, bro. Next year, bro, I think bro actually has a chance next year. Dude, we could need to count. I need to count like every time Randall has mentioned the words Alsagate. Should I do like a MotoGP rider tier list? I should do that right now. Make an Randall. I'll do that next stream. I do that next stream. Bro, not even all the riders are here, bro. At least I don't think they are. Wait, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, it is 22. It just doesn't look. Alright. Okay, guys, we'll do a MotoGP rider tier list. Guys, it's gonna be crazy. Okay, we've got Alex Marquez, guys. He did alright. Brad Binder. If this was last year, I would put him in A, but this year he's been kind of near. Raul Fernandez, I'm sorry, bro. Pedro Acosta, S tier. Joanne Zarco's doing very well in the Honda A. Martins, S. Taka doesn't do shit. Mark Marquez. Like, do I put him there? Yeah, I think that works. Miguel Oliveira's near. Fabio's pretty good. Joe Mears. I can't believe this guy's the champion, bro. I genuinely can't believe Joe Mears was the champion, bro. I know he's on a Honda now, but like Augusto Fernandez, yeah. Even I would put him ahead of. Yeah, I put him ahead of Taka and Mir. Digi did pretty good. Put him ahead of Alex Marquez. Alex Renz is this year he was a bit in the air. Alicia Spargaro. I don't know how this bro is still in Moto. Well, he's retiring, but like I don't know how bro lasted this long. B like C for how long it took him to win a race. Franco Morbidelli, I don't want to be anywhere like a. I don't know. I have a feeling because the amount of times he crashes, like a dangerous crash happens around this man. I'm not sure I want to be anywhere near him, bro. Anaya Bastian, he did alright. I'll just put him there. Bezeki. No, Bezeki kinda didn't really do that well. Put Renz ahead of him because he's on like a not very competitive bike and he could crash and just crash anyway. Maverick Vinales, he had one win this year. But in the Americas, but it was kind of he did alright, but I thought he was gonna be like a contender until he wasn't. Jack Miller. Hope he's doing well, bro. I hope Jack's doing well. But he's just not doing well in the Barcelona test on that Yamaha, so we kinda have to put him at the top of D, I'm sorry. Bagnaia. Bagnaia, I'm sorry, bro. I generally feel like Bagnaia's only talent is really the fact that he's on a Ducati. There's no other reason, bro. Marini, to be fair, he's doing better than Mir. Like, Mir, I know Mir has more points, but like, Marini. I would put Marini. I'll put Augusto ahead of Raul. Yeah, that's my tier list. I know, crazy. I've never watched Alcegate. And the more you keep mentioning it, the more I just won't. Because what Alcegate and I watch like every F1 video. That's so true. But what do you guys think? I think this is pretty good, to be honest. I only put Zarco so high. I know he's like very low points and stuff, but for someone who's on a Honda, which is very bad, he's doing very well. No offense, but also for the age of him as well. They're doing very well. Check out the new messages I sent you. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. I don't know enough F1 drivers to do an F1. Yeah, I know, Jamie Snowden. Snowden does that. I only know one of these people. Let me guess, it's Mark. Imagine F1 Alcegate. Imagine tierless Alcegate. Oh my god. I do whatever I want. It's my channel. But I think this is pretty fair. Actually, no. Nah. I'll put Fabio here. Other people put like Fabio like all the way up here, and I think that's a bit of a over exaggeration. I think I'll end the stream here because I got to eat in 8 minutes. So, alright, everyone. Thoughts on the poo to beer term? Well, I think in your mind YouTube worships Alcigate, but YouTube now doesn't. Randall, you worship Alcigate. But yeah, if you want to talk to me on Discord, yeah, join my Discord server. I'll probably still be on there. Yeah, alright, everyone, goodbye.